Hello everyone, and join me, Juliano, for the talk on our paper where we discuss the work done by group road cyclists using a remote contextual group protocol designed around the COVID-19 pandemic, in which we're trying to explore how data is used to support group cyclists while they're out and about in the wild. We talked about their behavior patterns, communication strategies, attrition points, and their relationship with the real world.